Yesterday, I'm proud to say, I made this beautiful Christmas pudding. As you can see, we've had a little slice and it is delicious. So please follow my recipe on that Christmas pudding. And you know, it's not hard to make. If I can make it, anyone can make it. Now today, I'm going to be making croissants for the very first time. So please watch this video. Right, happy Boxing Day. I hope you all had a lovely Christmas, and I hope everything went well for you, and you know, you carry on the Christmas festivities. Today I'm going to attempt to make croissants because I've never made them before. So here is the ingredients that I'm going to be using. Right, I've got 650 grams of strong bread flour, a strong flour. I've got just a pinch of salt, or 1 teaspoon of salt. I've got 10 grams of yeast in there. I've got 1 egg. I'm going to have 2 tablespoons or 20 grams of sugar. I've got some extra flour if I need it. I've got some about 280 to 300 mils of warm milk, and I've got a glass of warm water. So the first thing I'm going to do is make the yeast mixture. So the first thing I do, get my warm milk, put it in the bowl, in the mixing bowl, like so. Add my water, just to break down that milk a bit. So that's done there. And then what I've got to do is add my sugar. So I want 2 tablespoons, or I say about 20 grams of sugar in there. So that's that in there. And then you want the yeast. I've got 10 grams of yeast, which I'm going to sprinkle on the top of there. And that is hopefully going to react with that. Try to get every bit in if you can, and then give it a good mix. I didn't get that ready, did I? Right. So you've got to mix it all up to form that bubbly. Try and break down all the yeast that you can. It's not as easy as some people make it look, but try and break it all down with your wooden spoon or your rubber spoon, whatever you're using. Break down all the lumps and mix it all up nicely. Try and break all those lumps of yeast up, because you do get them, and they can be a little bit annoying, can't they? We don't want lumps in things, so we want to try and break it all up and make it look as professional as possible, even though we're not professionals. Right, so you give that a good mix. It's beginning to react. You're beginning to see some little bubbles there. Give that a good mix up. I'm not going to edit out all these bits, because a lot of these channels, they edit things out to make it look perfect, and unfortunately cooking is not perfect. Making pastry is not easy as some people make it look. Anyway, right, we've done that, so now we've got to get our egg, and we'll break that egg up in there and give it that nice yolky colour. So it should get that nice kind of yellow colour in there, that golden kind of colour that we want our croissants to look like. Should I be using, you can use a whisk. You can use a whisk if you choose. So give that a good old mix and keep breaking up that yeast, those little lumps of yeast that you do get. They will break up eventually, but it's nice to have them all broken. Right, well we've done that, so now we want to put in our, stick in just a little bit of salt. And then we want to put in our flour. So I've got 650 grams of strong flour, or you know, like a good plain flour, and put that in. Oh yeah, that's all gone in there. It's quite a lot of flour there. So just want to start mixing all that up. It's going to be very sticky because obviously we put a lot of liquid in there. So if you think it's too sticky, then you know, add in more flour, because at the end of the day it's got to be manageable. We want to get this eventually to be manageable. So you know, we want to turn it out onto a work surface and be able to knead it and get it into that lovely pastry dough, that smooth pastry dough. I'm not going to put my hands in there yet because it's just sticky. We know it's sticky, and just my hands are just going to get even sticky, and then I won't be able to. So I'm going to stick a little bit more flour in there because it's not too bad. I'm going to be using more flour on the work surface, so yeah, you can stick another 50 to 100 grams of flour in. It's very hard to, I'm going to give it a good old mix. Making pastry is not straightforward, you know, it's not just, oh, put all the ingredients in a bowl and mix it up and hey presto, you've got perfect dough. No, it takes a bit of time, and it takes practice and whatever, and I'm just starting off in this. So you know, you can easily give up. You can easily say, well, why am I bothering to do this? I can just go down the shop and I can buy croissants down there, I can buy a loaf of bread down there. But it's good fun. It really is. It gives you some kind of you know, satisfaction at the end when you look in the oven. You can see your you know, loaf of bread rising, or you can see your cakes, your pastry rising or whatever, and you know that you've achieved that and you're going to be enjoying it at the end. Now, okay, it's not a lot, this isn't very fashionable for a lot of young men, say, to want to make pastry or do this, but you can make a good living out of dough making. You know, if you know, actually, you know, the top bakers, you know, the dough makers, they earn a lot of money. So, you know, if you want to do a profession, get into, and you want to do like a food profession, get into making dough, and you know, you can open up your own little business. Well, obviously I can't afford to do that, but yeah, you just got to, it just takes a bit of practice, and like I say, I'm no way am I any, I'm just starting off. It's just something for me to do while I'm at home, and you know, it gets you off the armchair. So you know, just keep at it, and you know, let's try and do something positive with our lives. cooking, making dough, making cakes, it's definitely a positive thing to do. It's good for your mental health as well. Yeah, it can be a bit frustrating, I admit that, but at the end of the day, you know, look at that, look, that's not a bad bit of dough, is it? And you know, that was once flour and water and egg and you know, milk, and now look at it, it's like a lump of good dough. I'm happy with that. So now what I want to do is I want to cut that in half. So I'm going to wash my hands first. Always wash your hands. I'm getting a little bit carried away here. So I've got my dough which I've made here. So what you want to do first of all, you want to put some oil in your bowl, and then just, you know, cover the whole bowl in oil. And then what you want to do is you want to put your put some oil on there. You want to put your lovely dough in your bowl and just brush some oil on top, you know, make it a little bit oily on top. Yeah, get that oil all around, get that oil all around, and then you want to cover your bowl for 45 minutes with cling film. I use cling film. We want it to rise, double the size. So just put your cling film on, make sure it's all sealed, and then stick it somewhere warm. I'm putting it near the stove there. Cover it over and leave it for 45 minutes, and then we'll come back to the video. Alright, now as you can see, the dough is now doubled in size. So what we've got to do is we've got to like push it. Got to like somehow, you got to pull it into like make a dough ball out of it, like a manageable. I'm not an expert at this, but as you can see, it's now forming a nice kind of consistency, more manageable. It really feels good now. So what we've got to do is turn it out onto a lightly floured surface. I'll show you here. Sharp knife. Cut it in half. want to flatten it and get my rolling pin. If I can find my rolling pin. I don't know what she does with my stuff. Put that rolling pin. Oh. Try and find your rolling pin. I'll have to use this one. What we want to do is brush some melted butter. Got my melted butter, so I like the buttery my croissant, so never done this before, so I hope it will work out okay. Right, got that brushed on there, and then just sprinkle just a little bit of flour on top. And then we got to fold it, so got to fold it in and fold it flat. So you fold it flat and push it down. Make sure it's nice and flat, because maybe it should have been a bit thinner really, but anyway, it's too late now. It's got to be a little bit flatter really. Anyway. grease-proof paper ready. I'm just going to stick that, hopefully it's good. Just going to stick that on there for now. Now I'll get the other bit and repeat the process. I'll try and get this.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that, spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas, think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past and the pettiness. A reflection of the emptiness, hilarious. You think you're worth my time, you're delirious, mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior, inferior. You know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
My face, more error control.
I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some honestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable. Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages, a vacant modern kingdom for the taking. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
We'll put as much
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
Sprinkle a little bit of flour on top, and then what I'm going to do is I'll fold it in that way. Yeah, push it down, push it down. Fold it over. It's not as easy as it looks, because sometimes it sticks to the counter. It's pastry, I mean, it's bound to stick. You've got to do your best, and that's all you can do. Just do your best. Right, push it down, and get all the air out. And then keep folding it over. Hopefully, push it down. This one's better than the last one, actually. Fold that over again. Push it down. fold that over. And then what you do is you have your pastry like that, and you get your other bit. You lay that by its side, and then push it down a bit and get that nice. And then what you do is you get your knife and you've got to cut your it will be your croissants that you're cutting, so you cut them like that, and then just make a cut all the way along, because these will be your croissants. You don't have to cut them so thick. Maybe it's my first attempt at this, so I'm hoping it will work. Please let it work. Right. So roughly I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 croissants. And get your baking dish, just a little bit of flour on top. That seems fine. What we want to do is get an egg ready. Beat an egg. I'm going to do it in the butter dish actually. I'm going to do it with the butter. So I'm not going to waste that butter, I'm just going to get an egg and stick that in there. That's all the food. I'm going to beat that egg up, because I'm going to brush the egg, give it a brush on the top of the finished croissants to give it that nice glaze. That's nice, so that's ready for the glaze. I'll stick that there ready, and then what you want to do is you want to get these bits and stick them on top, and then somehow you just twirl it around. Look at that. And you make like what's supposed to be a croissant. Well, this one isn't too great, but anyway, I'm going to stick that on there, and then yeah, you get that bit and you just stick it on top, so you've got those layers for the croissant, and then you twist it around to give that kind of croissant shape. It's not perfect, but so yeah, you've got the layers which you folded in, and then you twist it around to connect and to give that kind of croissant kind of shape. You see that? It's like, it looks a little bit like a croissant, doesn't it? It's not too bad, that one. I think this one could be a little bit better, so I'm going to twist that around and then give it that kind of, you know, that kind of, push it in at the bottom, and you give it that kind of croissant shape. That looks too bad. This one's a load of rubbish. Yeah, so you just keep on doing that, and then you twist it around like so, and then kind of tuck it in at the bottom, so you've got that kind of croissant shape. And I'm going to do that with all of them. Get your egg after you've done put them all on the tray. You know, just brush them with your egg wash, so we can have a nice little, can look nice and glazed, and hopefully they'll come out looking like croissants. See, there's egg and butter, because I had some butter left over, so I got that little bit of extra butter on the top. I do like butter croissants. You can, obviously you can put some chocolate pieces as you twirl it. You could add some chocolate pieces to make them pan au chocolat. These will grow a bit, they might stick to each other, I don't know. Right. I've got my egg on there. Just gonna try and, right. So there you go, I'm gonna stick these in the oven, 180 degrees for 20 to 30 minutes, and hopefully they'll come out looking like croissants. What do you think of my croissants? First attempt making croissants, not too bad, are they? Look at those, look lovely, don't they? Not bad for making my first attempt for making croissants. Please like and subscribe to my channel, Vlogging in Trilby. Thank you very much.